Hello my friends, today I'm going to show you my favorite customs money run. For this run, I highly recommend you bring the biggest backpack and the rig you possibly can get your hands on, because the bigger the rig, the bigger the backpack, the more money you're going to make. So I'm going to gear up and I'm going to talk you through what I'm going to bring, and then we're going to jump into the raid. Let's talk about the gear really quickly. First things first, we're going to go with the biggest bag we can possibly get our hands on. I'm going to go with the raid bag since it is 48 slots and we're trying to get at least 10k per slot. So if we fill this bag up and we achieve our goal, this bag should have minimum 480,000 rubles inside of it. Same with the rig, go there with the biggest rig possible. I'm going with the MPPV current as a body armor, but if you want an alternative, you can throw this stuff out and just bring a TV110 rig, since it has two 2x2 slots, which is pretty good, and in general this is a very good rig to make money runs with. But I'm gonna go with this. Next up is we're gonna go with the Bastion helmet and the night vision. In generally, I don't really care about helmets, but I just want to run this night vision, so I just went with the Bastion because that's what I had in my inventory. You can use whatever night vision. You can go without night vision. I'm gonna do this at nighttime, since I think nighttime is the best time to make money in any map, and I want you guys to be able to see what I'm looting. So I'm gonna go with night vision. You can go without night vision, and obviously you want some sort of metagun to defend yourself with. So let's jump into the raid and let's see what we can find. Alright, right off the bat, our most important thing is our spawn, obviously. So hopefully we get a decent spawn on the area we're planning on going, which is the expansion area, of course. So this here is a perfect spawn, actually. Right, first thing we hit is the crack house, of course. Usually when you come in here, obviously right now we're the first guy here, but I would check this med box here, or med case. See if it's opened. Usually a good tell that someone is in here. Then we check this med cart, or that cart in general, which has medication spawning on it. Anywhere from CMSs, heals to painkillers and stuff like that. Then we go into the first room on the right, and we check the shelves here. Ton of rare spawns here. You can find horses, roosters, gold chain, stuff like that. There's a jacket here, of course, and the body here in through the doorway that you can loot. And also there's a rare spawn right there, where his hand is. Once again, gold chains, roosters, stuff like that. Just valuables in general. Then we go into the first room on the second floor and we check the shelves, because the shelves have a chance to spawn intelligence folder, as you can see right here. Chuck that right into your person pocket, because even if you die, you can still use it in your scav case, for example. And then we check the corner here. AI2 right now, usually you can get like IFAKs and CMSs and stuff. And then we check the tables underneath the window. Usually when the goons spawn, there's a good chance that Knight sits at the corner of that container there. So check that. Nothing on the tables this time. Usually get like morphines and painkillers and stuff. And then we check this cabinet here and these shelves. Nothing special, but usually, or quite often, you'll find morphines and hemostats and stuff like that. Then we check this room here. More med spawns. Bandages we don't really care about. IFAKs are good. Like any one slot item that is more than 10k you want to pick up. I really won't bother with food here, but you can pick it up if you want. Also, one more thing here that I forgot to check is that in front of the windows there are food spawns that can also be sugar spawns, and sugar is really expensive for a one slot item, so I definitely recommend looking in front of the windows there. And then we run downstairs here. We're gonna hug the wall on the right there. A lot of people like to go into the fortress in front of us, but we're gonna keep hugging the wall on the right, and we're just gonna run to the stash behind the, I don't know what are they called? Porta potties? Potties? I don't know. Behind the toilets. Right where this tree is, between two bushes here, there's a stash that we want to check. I'll keep the juice in case you get hungry, or thirsty rather, but I wouldn't bother it too much. And we got another meta gun here, so definitely if you find a TOS, probably good to go and extract. It's at least like 5 grand. And then we run across the train tracks. There is a body over there. I do not really like to loot it, and there is a body over there on the wall, against the wall here, that you can check if you want. I generally skip them, I don't really care. And there's a tree right here with a bush, and in the bush here is a stash. Nothing worthwhile there really. Let's move on towards the old gas. Now old gas is a bit of a tricky spot, because it can get busy sometimes. But usually when you hear scavs yelling, like we just heard a scav yelling here, that probably means that there's no players around. Unless you can distinguish between their aggressive yells, I guess. I don't think he likes me, so we're gonna run like against the wall on the right here, and there's a stash in the corner. Quite a few stashes on this run, and stashes can make you a ton of money. Next thing is this tree here. This is called the giving tree. You can spawn, you can find pretty much everything that spawns in the game here, from red key cards to slicker spars. So always make sure you give it a go, or give it a look rather. And the med back here as well, inside of the rubble. And then I'm just gonna hug this blue fence, and we're gonna get towards the bridge over there. I've seen a lot of people just jump on the bridge and go over, but just run underneath it. We're gonna go to the right. This building here is what I call the power building, because you can turn on the power and take the extract in the fortress. I generally skip it, but if you have, let's say you spawn on that side and you are filled up all the way, and you get here, you can turn on the power and you can just extract from the fortress. But we check the shelves here. I'm not gonna take the car battery. It's not worth the amount of weight it takes. It's just gonna slow me down a lot. Got some bolts here, and check in front of the ground here. I've seen impact grenade spawn on there, and jacket as well. But these shells can be really good sometimes. Then you go here on top of the barrels, you find the weapon box. The weapon boxes are usually kind of hit or miss. Like, you can get unreal loot and then it can be complete garbage. And then right in front of these cardboard boxes there's food spawns. I guess I haven't seen anything too special in there, but I found beer, and it makes me think that you can probably find vodka and maybe even moonshine there. So if you want to check it, go ahead. So another weapon box in the corner. Weapon box in the corner when you run past the barrels here, or whatever they are. I have no idea. Check the area for scavs. Scav sniper spawns on top of our roof there. And then we have a stash in this little ditch here that we definitely want to check. Right now I'm pretty much picking everything up because I can exchange stuff later, like drop them. But I'm gonna loot this building, and if you are... Once again, if you're full of loot, you can take the extract if it's open over there. I don't know who's shooting, but if that light's on, that means that the extract is on. I think that's the scav sniper. We're gonna go into this building, and right where this van is, I'm gonna check the shelves, and you can check the back here. The shelves, and in front of shelves you can find all kinds of hideout stuff, from motors to water filters, tubes, as you can see. And then we're gonna move on to this little corner here, and on this table I found headsets, and this shelf here, sometimes I found bolts and stuff like that, so I'm guessing other hideout stuff as well. It's nothing special, but still, I think it's worth checking out. And then, of course, into this little container here, shipping container, and there's a weapon box there. Before I move on, I'm gonna paint kill, because we're gonna move into the area that is probably the most rewarding on this run. This is the area that you make most of your money from, but it can also be quite dangerous, so you can get into fights here. I'm just gonna run straight into the building with the 6 on it. I just don't even know the names of these buildings. I usually call this the USEC building, but I'm not sure if that's right, because there is a USEC stash room or whatever on the first floor there that we are going to skip. So check the table and check these shelves here. Right now we got some garbage ammo. Sometimes you can find 545 BP and stuff like that. Stop interrupting me, please. Check these shelves at the back here. Weapon parts, bandages we don't really care about, but we're mostly looking for weapon parts, and there it is. Guitar pick spawns here, I guess. Nothing too great here right now, but sometimes you can find some really good stuff. That's definitely worth checking. I'm gonna go upstairs here. I'll turn the night vision off. And on the right through the door on the right side, there's a duffel bag, which you probably want to check. In general, I would highly recommend checking duffel bags. And then the PCs, obviously, and on the ground, on the newspapers, you find a ton of stuff as well. A ton of hideout spawns, mostly. And check both PCs. I highly recommend checking every PC you possibly can, because you can find a GPU there. Of course, we get a plane. I'm gonna wait until the plane leaves before we continue, because otherwise you can't hear me. Alright, so the plane is leaving, and I have officially lost my hearing. But next to this green screen on the ground here, between the wall and the green screen, you can find moonshines, but also vodkas and stuff like that. So it's very hard to miss if there's a moonshine spawn, because it's gonna stick right out there. We checked another duffel bag in this room, and there's weapon parts here. AFG's probably good. Not sure about the barrel, but I am at the end of the, or quite far to the end, so I'm gonna pick everything up. You can find, I'm pretty sure you can find hideout stuff here, now that I think about it. I usually don't check it, so I don't even know why I looked there. If you want to do this run a lot faster, you can probably skip all the jackets, but jackets can be like this lottery ticket item, I guess. But jackets can be really profitable. I mean, a toolbox here. Check the back room, and check on the shelves as well, because you can find all kinds of stuff on the shelves. I found water filters, motors, and stuff like that, and there's a medical bag here as well. But it isn't too uncommon to find pliers and stuff like that on these shelves, so here we go. These pliers, they're less than 10k. I don't really care about them, but I am at the end, so I might as well grab them, you know. I'm gonna go right across. I'm gonna go upstairs to the other room here. And first room on the left. Rare spawns here, or valuable spawns. As you can see, found a skull. Find all kinds of stuff here. Check the tables. It's not too uncommon to find sugar here. Like I said, sugar can go from 50 to 60k. A lot of the keys that you can find in the jackets are not worth anything, but every now and then you find something. I usually skip this, but I guess I'll do it for the sake of the video. And I'm glad I did. I'm gonna throw away the helmet, I think. Now this is the time where we're gonna have to sort things out and use our best judgment, I guess. Hideout stuff spawns on this. Weapon parts spawns on this and this here, as you can see. And then more gun parts here. And you can find food on this little bed here. Or mattress, rather. We go left here. Going to the bathroom. Food spawns and also ammo spawns that are garbage.
Shit.
And we go into here. On this wrist here you can find a roller, and at the back where the between the barrel and the wall you can find other valuables like gold chains and stuff. It's quite rare but still worth checking. And this room has food spawns. Once again, possible to find sugars. And then we go downstairs. I'm gonna go out through the front actually. And we're gonna run to the van here. This is another one of those that you can skip if you want. But in hopes of finding a GPU, I checked them. But to be honest, 8 times out of 10 I skip these. It depends on like how much action I've heard around me and stuff, and we haven't heard anything around here. So we're gonna... We are gonna loot them. So run into this building here and go up the stairs. On the very first floor here, there's a green weapon box. These weapon boxes can be the greatest thing or the worst thing ever. I highly recommend checking. You can find weapons, obviously. But I did find this red rebel in one of those boxes, so I'd say it's worth. And then we're gonna run up here. We're gonna go straight up to the top, very top. And there's another green weapon box up top. I would usually take the rig and fill it out, but I don't want to waste your guys' time. So we'll check the table here. All kinds of hideout stuff. And then the toolbox. One thing I forgot to mention actually is this locker here. You can find factory key here sometimes, but it's quite rare. But still, as you're passing by, just take a look. Find money there sometimes as well. And then we check the body. That's lying on the couch. Now BP, generally I would take it, but right now it's only 23 bullets. So it's not really worth our money. Or worth throwing anything away rather. Out the door. We're gonna run past this door, and then we're gonna check the stash underneath the pipes. Another gamer approaching here. Now at this stage I don't really have anything I really want to throw away, so I'm going to throw away my mags. And so I can pick this up. I'm going to run into this building, and inside this little cage here there's a technical supply crate. And on the ground is all kinds of hideout stuff. Once again, water filters, you can find fuel, stuff like that. So what do I want to throw away? That's the question right now. I think I'll do this for now. Now if you don't have any knowledge about the prices, just pick up most of the stuff you can and then sell them, and then you can learn obviously what they're worth. So that's one way you can probably make some money. I'm not sure how much this is. For some reason I think it's worth something, but I also feel like it might not be worth a lot of money. I honestly can't think of I can't think of the price right now. Broken LCD. I kind of want to drop this, but I feel like it might be worth more, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Gonna be a learning experience for me as well. When we run upstairs, there's a toolbox here. And we're gonna throw the spark plug, I guess. Right where this broken bottle is, you can find other hideout stuff as well. Going through the room, toolbox here. Honestly, a bit of a hustle trying to figure out what's worth what. And then PCs. Usually at this stage, when I'm full, I just kind of go through it fast. And if I really find something really valuable, I will pick it up, obviously. But I won't think about it too much right now because I am full and I'm good to leave. Money spawns in the shelf here. It's a green weapon box here, or wooden crate, no weapon box. Another one of those items that I'm just not sure. So I'll pick it up just for the lulz, I guess. And then jackets. One thing I would also recommend is using one slot items for your heals, because if you bring a Stalewa, that's another potentially 10k that you're missing out on. I just realized that I have a documents case. I don't know why I haven't been using that for keys. Rookie mistake. Check both of them? I think I did. I did. So we run downstairs. Ammo spawns on top of here. Cigarettes as well, I guess, in a splint. And then on the corner here is a grenade box. You find M67 grenades, you can, or any kind of grenade that usually goes around 10k at least. This is our extract, but in the corner here where the bushes are against the wall is another stash. Full disclosure, I usually skip this. I don't really care about this stash when I'm full, even though I probably should. I'm gonna throw out the tool set. I'm not sure if it's worth anything these days. And let's get out of here. I would hate to die at the extract, but I think it's a scam.
Just let us pass and you will be spared.
We're gonna sell it, and then I'm gonna show you how much the fees are and how much actual profit we make, because I think that's the most important part. A lot of people just skip the fees, but the fees can really eat into your profits as well. So I'll be back once this stuff is sold. Alright, my friends, everything has been sold, as you can see. Nothing left here. My total fee was 146,000 rubles. And let's see how much money we actually made here. So we're up to 2.8, which brings us to... So our total profit from this one raid is roughly 1.4 million, which is pretty decent. It can certainly be more, and it certainly can be less. Obviously, it depends on how much loot you can possibly put in your rigs and your backpacks. If you really want, you can make even more than I did. You get an extra MPPV rig, put it in your raid bag, for example. You can bring multiple rigs if you want, and pretty much bring out everything you possibly can. The only issue you would probably run into is the weight. So I would try and go in as light as you possibly can. So thanks for watching, guys. If you wouldn't mind, drop me a sub. I'm trying to get 4,000 subs by 4th of November, which is my birthday. I would greatly appreciate it, my friends, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.